Okay, this is the Unit 1.1 segment addition with ratios. Okay, so up until now we've had algebra and numbers and the different parts, and we've just been determining what those parts are. So segment addition with ratios, we're actually given endpoints and we're told a particular set of ratios. We're trying to figure out where the other points are. So we're trying to figure how big the parts are based on the ratio. So in our first one here, the important thing to notice is that pictures are not drawn to scale, so do not assume that they are correctly drawn. All right? In this first one, we have a picture here, and notice that it says that AD are going to be at -6 and 12. Okay? But notice that our ratio is a 3:1:2, and if you see from AB, that's supposed to be our 3 part of our ratio, but it's much smaller than our 1 part. So notice the picture is not drawn to scale. Now, the first thing that we have to do with segment addition with ratios is we need to find what the total length is. And to do that, we're going to find the difference from D to A, or whichever side is the biggest number. So I'm going to do 12 minus a -6, and that's going to equal my total. Okay? Now remember, double negative, just like in English, we can't have that, so we turn it into a positive. So 12 plus 6 is 18, which is equal to my total length. Now that I have my total length, I need to figure out what the total number of parts that I'm going to have. And then to do that, we add up the ratios. So I'm going to have 3 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to, 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6, which is equal to the total number of parts for my ratio. Okay? Now that I have the total length and the total parts, I need to see how much one part is going to be. So I'm going to take 18, which is my total length, and divide by 6, which is the number of parts, which means that each part has a length of 3. So 3 units is equal to a part. Okay? Now remember, in our picture, we have to go 3 parts, 1 parts, 2 parts. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our first part, so this gap from A to B should be 3 parts, and each part's 3 units, so this should be 9 total units in length, which means if I add 9 to -6, that becomes a positive 3 for B. Now our next part says that it's only 1, so I'm going to do 1 times 3, which is 3 units. So 3 plus 3 is a positive 6. And then the last one, which is 2, means that I would do 2 times 3, so CD is 6 units, and 6 plus 6 equals 12. Okay? So I found the ratio, I figured out where my parts are, so point B is located at 3, and point C is located at 6. And that's it. That's all we do. Okay? Let's look at this next one, where I have the endpoints of AB are 2 and 8. Find the coordinates of P so that we have a ratio of 2 to 1. Well, now notice that I do not have a picture, so let's draw one. Here's my line segment. I have point AB. I need to find P, so that I have a ratio of 2 to 1. So we're going to do the same thing. This is located at 2 and 8, so I find the difference. So the difference between AB is going to be 8 minus 2, which is equal to 6. So that's my total length. And the difference, or the total for the ratio, is a 2 to 1. So I have 2 plus 1, which equals 3. So I need 3 total parts. And then I find how long each part is by taking 6 and dividing by 3. And I get 2. So 2 units per part. And then once again, from A to P, in a 2 to 1 ratio, I need to do 2 times 2, which equals 4. And then I need to do 2 times 1, which equals 2. So if I go from 2 and I add 4 to it, P is located at 6. And if I add 2 to 6, I get 8. So everything checks out. and I have my total length. Okay, this last one here, the endpoints of A, D are -2 and 10. The lengths are in a 1, 3, 2. Okay, so once again, I draw my picture because I wasn't given one. I have A and D located at -2 and 10, and I need to find the length of each segment. So we're going to say segments B and C. We're just going to add that part since I didn't make it into the notes, but it's there. Okay, so once again, total length, we're going to take 10 and we're going to subtract -2 from it, which means that we got a big plus because double negative, so 12 total length, like so. Then we need to find our ratio part, so I have 1 plus 3 plus 2, which is equal to 6 total parts. And therefore we take our total length and we divide by the total parts, and we end up getting 2. So we have 2 units per part. And so we need to go 2 units here. So B is going to be 1 times 2, which is equal to 2. So this is going to be 0. And then we need 3 times 2, which is equal to 6. So C is going to be located at 6. And I need 2 times 2, which is equal to 4. And so 6 plus 4 equals 10, and everything checks out. So B is equal to 0, and C is equal to 6. Okay? And that is how we do segment addition with ratios.